Well, I think we've all heard the term, when it rains, it pours. Kick back and relax and enjoy my story. So a month and a half ago, I was right down the road from this place trying to get here because I was having some problems with my truck and I nucleated my belts. And boy, did that cause some problems under the hood. Right around that time, I was getting my truck dropped off. I had a family emergency in South Texas. And that family emergency in South Texas turned into 2 family emergencies. So there's about 5 or 6 of us down there in South Texas. And of course, family emergencies are involving hospitals. One of my family members came down with COVID. Boy, howdy, did that stuff spread like wildfire amongst my family members. There was a total of 8 of us that ended up getting COVID. Well, as we're all getting rid of COVID, getting over it, the 2 family emergencies that we ended up going down to South Texas to be with got out of the hospital, ended up getting COVID themselves, and ended up right back into the hospital. And, on top of all that, just dealing with the truck drama all the way up here in the Denver area. But anyway, I ended up approving the belts and all the repairs to the front of the motor. And, I was having problems with the batteries in my truck, running this Park Smart system. Any of you know how Freightliners work. We all have these EPUs. And as long as it was an added package to your truck, and you could put your truck in Park Smart, especially during like your resets and your off-duty time, so you can run the air conditioner in the back. And it's supposed to last somewhere between 8 and 10 hours. And the batteries that I originally had in the truck were 1100 OEM lead acid batteries from the manufacturer. That's what I was wanting to originally go back with. And about a year ago, I ended up going with these 900 lead acid batteries. It's the only thing I could find in the region that I was at. And I wasn't able to have any luxury in my truck off duty without replacing those batteries. Well, the dang batteries only lasted about a year, and it was a nightmare trying to figure out what battery pack to go with because the dang things are so expensive. To make a long story short, ended up going with 1,000 gelled batteries instead of lead acid because we just couldn't get the 1100s. A good portion of my truck being down was due to those dang batteries. So we got the batteries done. I went ahead and had them redo the entire electrical charging system from the motor back to all 8 batteries, which I got 4 under the driver's seat and then 4 between the frame rail and the back. And the original battery post connectors that were on this truck were those cheap ass crimps, that crimp down on the wire. So I went ahead and had them go in and solder them all in. And there was a couple of other things that needed to be addressed. But essentially, I've been out here now for 2 hours waiting on this tire company to show up because I had 2 flat tires when I went and picked up my truck as I was doing my pre-trip. And Buckner Mac is covering the bill on that. And I haven't had any problems with it. Normally by now, my truck would have fired up because the batteries would have drained and it would have gone into a battery protection or a battery charge mode. So to get back to my drama story, here I am. I'm up here in Denver. Well, actually I live in Noco, northern Colorado. And, my dad moved up here with me, with my family. Well, my dad was one of them that ended up getting COVID down in South Texas, but he was a late bloomer to that COVID club that we're all now a part of. And he ended up contracting COVID on the way up here, didn't know it. So he made a pit stop at another family member's house. They got COVID now. They're in the hospital. And last night, he told me he wasn't feeling very good and he wanted to go to the hospital, so now he's in the hospital. Never in my lifetime have I had that much stuff happen within a month and a half. It's been absolutely crazy. But all of my family members are doing okay. Everybody's recovering. My dad finally stabilized today. I don't know when he's going to get out of the hospital, but I can't hit the road knowing that he's still in the hospital, so I'm going to give it until Wednesday. I've already gotten with my brother from another mother, Mitchell, all the way in Moldova. Round of applause to Mr. Mitchell. He just got married. And Wednesday is when I can have another family member available up here to be able to help my dad. So, got my truck back. I'm going to get my truck back up to NOCO, get the inside of it cleaned up. Check these pictures out. I tell you what, don't ever accidentally leave anything in your refrigerators. I thought that I cleaned my main refrigerator out and I propped the door open sometime or another while they had the truck in their custody. The door got closed and I left a piece of meat in there. Check this out. The before picture is, well, you'll know what it is. Little maggots. And then the after picture with about a half a dozen gags wearing a mask was me in there getting it cleaned up. Just a little bit more icing to the drama cake. But Wednesday, I'll get back on the road, start making some revenue back to the truck. I'm ready to get back to work, and I can start pumping out revenue videos for all y'all. But until then, if you got any questions or comments, go ahead and lay it down in the comment section. Appreciate every single one of y'all supporting my channel. It means a lot to a little channel trying to grow. And if you like my content, give me a like. That also helps me as well. And have a great week. And hopefully none of you truck drivers are having them Mondays. And man, y'all gotta watch out for them four-wheelers. Because they sure do get crazy at times, especially up here. Old Rookie signing off. Hey, professional drivers, welcome back to my channel. It is the end of the week, and I'm here to bring you my groceries